Okay, so we've got this is for the customer that
It's a catch-22.
yeah,
man.
they can't afford a website, but they can't afford not to have a website. I know where you're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
We offer payment plans up to 12 months. I don't know if a lot of agencies do that, but we do. So I'm going to just cut right to the chase. That's an option. But I do think that this is a frame of mind issue more than whether or not you can afford it. So not this firm, but previous firm that I was a partner in, my partner used to say, he used to come back, he used to literally go to like prospecting meetings, and he would come back and say, we can't work with this client because they look at us like an expense and not an investment. And he got really good at coming back and say, they look at us like an investment. This one looks at us like an expense. And he would just literally shed the ones that look like an expense and just get rid of them right away, like almost instantly get rid of them. In your world, are you looking at the website like an expense or an investment? Because when you look at it one way or another, you're looking at it through a very, very different lens. And the way I break this down is, let's say that you're a manufacturer and you've got this big robotic piece of machinery that you have to spend $150,000 on, but you don't have the money in the bank. How do you do it? But you need it because it'll make you better, right? That is an investment. That's the investment mindset. That's not an expense mindset. If I do this, we'll 20 times our business. Well, in our world, at least the way I can't talk to other agencies, but the way that we build websites, we're always building websites so that it really is an investment. You're investing in a website because you want more leads. You want more business. Just like that machine can, triple the widgets that you can pump out, right? At 150 grand, it'll get you $2 million worth of business, right? Or whatever it is. In our world, it has to be thought of that way. It should be thought of that way. When a website's thought of as an expense, in my experience, it's almost like a lost cause. You should probably walk away almost instantly from yourself and like rethink the process.
I mean, for me, simply put, there are some things in business you just don't scrimp on. You don't, cut corners on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you wouldn't cut corners on a machine that you absolutely have to do in order to fulfill orders.
Right.
Just like you shouldn't cut corners on your website.
Yeah. And then not only that, but like
it's an essential part of your business.
100%. And in today's day and age, we know that with brick and mortar shrinking, you're competing globally around the world now. With what? With your website. Your website is your brick and mortar. I mean, back in the day, you'd spend $6,000 to $10,000 just for the lawn sign in front of your building. Not to even factor in air conditioning, heating, the cost of the building, everything else. Like that brick and mortar took a lot of cash out of your pocket to keep it going. But then if you have the mindset, well, I'm only going to spend $500 on a website, that's not really a good mindset for today's world order. Today's world order is people will actually go to your website first and then decide to visit your brick and mortar, not the other way around. They don't go to the brick and mortar and then the website. They go to the website, then the brick and mortar. And with that type of knowledge, hopefully we're helping you move from the mindset of, oh my gosh, my website's an expense, to it's an investment, just like your brick and mortar is an investment. This is the first line of defense.
What's the first? Sometimes it's the first impression people have with your brand. And if that first impression is tarnished by a bad website,
right,
you've lost.
Yeah,
because they can just go to one of your competitors and find something that they're looking for.
Yeah,
because you missed the mark because you wanted to save a couple bucks.
Absolutely. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. There's just two ways to think about it, and you have to say to yourself, which way do I think about it? Do I think about it as an expense, or do I think about it as an investment? I think that I'll leave you with this just because I'm on the other side. If you go into any agency and you are going in with like, oh my God, guys, this is way too much, I don't want to spend the money, or whatever it is, and it's really on the expense side, in a lot of ways, it's almost hurting you more than the agency, because it changes the entire approach of how that site gets put together in the first place. Because the temperament of the site and how the site sort of like emotionally feels after it's built will feel very different if it's an expensed approach versus an investment approach. And I know it's crazy, but it's true. We've seen clients come in both ways. And the ones that are like, look at, man, I'm going to conquer the world. I want to get 10,000 widgets out the door this next year. No is not an answer. This website's everything to me and it's everything for us. And I know it's our future. It's a very different type of website build with that type of customer. Be that type of customer for yourself, not for us, for yourself, so that you get the best out of it. Hopefully this helps.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.